everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Hi, good evening everyone. I don't usually do videos, but this is a very serious topic. This is my daughter Teraya. She's now 22 years old. She went on holiday for a week with her friend to Jamaica back in October 2024. So this is the girls. This is Genevieve, Teraya's friend. They've been friends for about 8 years. She asked Teraya if she wanted to go to Jamaica for a week because her boyfriend was out there. I tried to encourage her not to go, you know, because she'd never been on holiday by herself. But she was turning 21, so there's only so much she's going to listen to her mum about. So on the 13th of October, they went to Jamaica. I tried to encourage Teraya to get her own accommodation because she didn't know these boys from nowhere. This was Genevieve's boyfriend of 2 years. She'd been dating this boy, supposedly from Milton Keynes, for 2 years. She was told his name was Tony. Now again, I told my daughter to get her own accommodation, but she wouldn't listen. This is supposed to be Tony. But his name's not Tony. His name is Uriah Gordon. And this is his Jamaican cousin, LeJean, we think. So again, this is Uriah Gordon, or shall we say Tony, as the girls knew him as. Now Jenny was seeing this boy for 2 years. Imagine, 2 years. So Uriah paid for Jenny's ticket because obviously she thought it was a boyfriend. And I paid for Teraya's ticket because she was turning 21. So this is where it all began. They went to Jamaica, 13th of October. The boys picked them up from the airport and took them to St. Mary, where they had this prestigious Airbnb. I'm talking jacuzzi, swimming pool, everything. I'm still trying to tell my daughter, get your own Airbnb. She's like, Mum, it's fine. And obviously because, you know, the artist TJ, he was doing a music video next door, you know, the guy that does Drift. So she's not going to listen to her mum, is she? But I still tried to encourage it, but she did her own thing. So, obviously the next day, they're settling in. The boys have taken them everywhere. Duns River, YS Falls, everywhere. Rafting, you know, where you get the rub down and everything. They did everything, took them everywhere. Fancy meals, everything you can think of. But they had an agenda. So let's fast forward to the last day. Bearing in mind they went for 1 week. Before my daughter went to Jamaica, I spoke to her clearly and I told her, do not be carrying nothing from Jamaica. Don't even think about it. Anyway, Jenny's boyfriend, you know, 2 years. He's saying to her, oh, will you bring these trainers back for my cousin? So Teraya said no, but they pulled on her heartstrings. So obviously she agreed in the end. So I think Jenny had 5 pairs and Teraya had 3 pairs. So this is where the nightmare began. The boys dropped the girls to the airport. They've gone into the airport. They've not gone from no security, no sniffer dogs. All they've done is gone into the TUI line. So they got pulled out of the line after not being through no security, no sniffer dogs. Remember what I just said to you. And they've asked for the passports. So obviously they're a bit shocked what's going on here. The officers have opened up the suitcases and then pulled out the probe, picked up a pair of shoes and obviously swabbed it. And it's come back positive for what? You know what? I don't need to say it on here and get banned. Anyway, the girls were taken into custody. They were held at the Cambridge police station in St. James, Montego Bay. Then at about 11:30 that night, I got a phone call for the British Embassy. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, I flew out there about 4 days later. And it took me 19 days to get my daughter out of jail. She was in jail for 19 days. The conditions of the jail were horrendous, as you can imagine. Concrete floor, full of women in the same predicament. While they were in jail, I provided food, water, pads, anything that I was allowed to send in. On the 8th of November, Teraya was released. So I bailed her out. The only reason she got out was because my father is Jamaican. So now the girls are on bail. The first court hearing was, I think it was the 18th of December. In total, these girls went to court 11 times. This is how long this was prolonged. It was just a long, unnecessary experience. Sometimes my daughter's lawyer didn't turn up, many times. Sometimes Jenny's lawyer didn't turn up. Jenny didn't turn up 1 time. So it was just long. So the girls have been in Jamaica for a total of 16 months. Bearing in mind they had the serious hurricane. While my daughter's obviously been out there, she's met a boy. You know, she's been there for 16 months. Sometimes there's no electric, no current, maybe nothing to do. She met a boy and she got pregnant. So obviously this is not the right timing at all. It's not the right time to be having a baby. Not in these conditions and there's a serious court case going on, but you know. So fast forward, October 2025. My daughter's in slow labour. In the hospital, but the hospital is about to be destroyed by this serious hurricane. So she's sent back in slow labour. So she said she's survived the hurricane, the eye of the storm, she's got the footage and everything. Then 3 days later, she gives birth to her baby, beautiful baby, in a taxi. No pain relief, no nothing. So a beautiful, healthy baby girl. My daughter's healthy. Everything's fine. They've had to go back to Black River, that the worst place hit with a hurricane, were one of them. No electricity, no water. There's still no electricity to this day. So let's fast forward now. January 2026. I'm feeling a bit positive. They've gone into court. They got found guilty. As a family, we're absolutely devastated. You can't imagine how I feel as a mother. And these girls was not represented properly at all. We've got so much evidence that was not presented in court. I mean, where's the proceeds of crime? Where's the phone records? Where's the bank statements? And also, someone used my daughter's phone while she was in custody and rang a British number. So to me, that sounds like they were the scapegoats while the real shipment went through. Corruption at its finest. So the next court hearing is early March for sentencing. We've been advised that these girls are looking a minimum of 6 years. A minimum of 6 years for something they've not done. 6 years. So obviously I want to provide a barrister from England to take over to Jamaica, because we need to appeal with all the evidence that we've got. So the girls were not represented properly in court. They did not get a fair trial. There was no jury. So I've got a barrister at this side that has looked at the evidence, and she can see, and she's ready to come over and do the appeal. This is clearly some kind of setup, and it's clearly something that happens often with young girls. As a mother, I want to get this out there to show women that you've got to really talk to your daughters. I'm talking seriously, not just on a small level, on a deep level, because this sounds like some new romance scam. I cannot sit back and watch my daughter go to jail for something she's not done. This has been the hardest 16 months of my life already. And bearing in mind, now she's got a baby. The barrister has to come over to clear my daughter's name, clear both the girls' names. This is a setup. So we're doing this fundraiser because we need to obviously provide legal assistance in Jamaica, because we can't rely on the lawyers that these girls have had. They've taken the money and not done a good job. And now they're looking 6 years. This can't happen. I cannot sit back and watch this happen. My middle daughter has not seen her sister in 16 months. I can't. It's been so much heartache, so much pain. I refuse to allow this to happen. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to fight. I cannot sit back and allow my daughter to go to jail for something she's not done. My heart can't take it. The pain that I've been through. I can't explain it, guys. But what I need you to do is, I need this to go viral. I need to share. You need to share. We need to get to media. I just need your help. Like, comment, repost, boost, everything that we can do to get traction on this. We need people to see this, because this can't happen to another girl. There's other girls reaching out to me in my DMs that are saying the same thing happened to them. They didn't go through no security. The same thing. We have to stop this from happening to our daughters. We have to stop these boys from taking advantage of our daughters. And to these horrible little boys that are grooming these girls, destroying families, I'm telling you now, you think there's no God, he's coming for you.
Okay, I have some updates for y'all. I found out some information, some bombshell information, and it's a lot going on. Like, I don't believe anybody in this situation. I don't believe the mother. I don't believe Taraya. And I don't believe Genevieve. And they're all turning on each other. They're all fighting. They're all leaving out information. And I think that these girls knew what they were getting into. This is what I'm coming to the consensus of. This is my own opinion. These girls knew what was going on, and they got themselves into something too deep for some money or whatever, and now they're trying to backtrack, hide, lie. The mom might have been in on it. Mom is messy as well. Like, it's just not all adding up, and I gotta clear up some misconceptions right now.
Nothing to do with it, but like, Taraya, your baby dad is literally your mom's boyfriend's cousin. Let's talk about it. Since mom wants to be coming on here and making it seem like I'm the problem. My intent. Wait.
Okay, so you heard that right. Let's go over what I've learned by being nosy. So, the mom is more familiar with Jamaica than she's putting on, because her dad is Jamaican and apparently she has a boyfriend in Jamaica. Okay? So I'm confused on why she said she wasn't sure she wanted her daughter to go, but then she bought the ticket. But it's because you have ties to Jamaica, honey. Why aren't you being honest with everybody? So Genevieve dropped a bombshell on a live saying that Taraya is pregnant by her mom's boyfriend's cousin because Taraya was bailed to the mom's boyfriend's house, and the mom boyfriend put his car up for bail to get her to be able to be bailed, and then she got pregnant by the mom's boyfriend's cousin. It's so fucking messy. It's so messy. And Genevieve, she was not bailed out at the same time she thought she would be. And I think this is where the cracks are starting to show between the girls' relationship, right? She wasn't bailed. She was told that her mom called and said that, oh, I don't want her bailed out to with alongside Taraya, right? Well, I don't know. I guess that wasn't true. And the fact that like Taraya's mom didn't bail her because she didn't want to. That's what I was getting from the live. And that her friends, like family member, had to bail her out and put their car up. So she was left behind in the whole situation. Unlike what Taraya's mom has been presenting as that she's the only one fighting for these girls. She's, go in her comments, she's making that very clear. Then she said that her daughter's facing 6 years, yet Genevieve said that they haven't even received their sentencing yet, that they go up for sentencing in March. She doesn't even really know what they're possibly facing. It hasn't been decided. So there's that. Yeah, it's just all not adding up, y'all. Like and the thing is like now they're all beefing on the internet, like the mom, the little sister, Genevieve, Taraya was on a live backing up her mom. Like they're all making this worse for themselves because it's like there's a lot of cracks, and really you should show a united front at this point if you really want to like somehow have an appeal and maybe win your appeal, but you guys are all fighting. Oh, and I want to add, Tony G apparently donated to Genevieve's GoFundMe $1,600, and the mom is like tripping off of that, right? And Genevieve in the live was like, that's how you know he's not my man, because if he would have donated, why didn't he just send me the money, you know, just through to me if we really knew each other like that? Like, he just donated to the GoFundMe, which also shows his guilt, like him feeling bad that he got us in that situation. Which I'm like, that's here nor there. I'm kind of like, why did you go to Jamaica and spend time with a man that you didn't really know and that wasn't your boyfriend and had him pay for everything? Like, y'all be doing these, getting flued out. Don't let the city girls get in your head and thinking that getting flued out like that is like a flex, because look, now y'all in this situation. So everything's not adding up. It's not all adding up. Even the Tony part's not adding up. It seems like this is just a very messy group of people. And now the internet is feeling like the mom was in on the situation because she greenlit the girls taking the trainers. So now they feel like the mom and her boyfriend might have been a part. I don't know. It's getting so messy. I think that they need to get the fuck off the internet and just focus on the sentencing. And I don't think that they're going to be able to appeal this. I think the mom, I know the mom wants to help her daughter, but I'm like, I think she's being a little facetious right now. Like, I don't know if there's any helping these girls. I think that they need to focus on getting ready to go to prison and do their time and try to get as less time as they can and get out early.
But this guy, October 2024, mid-October 2024 comes just before my birthday, right? My friend's like, oh, I'm seeing such and such. Actually, no, why am I saying such and such? She says, I'm seeing Tony. This is what this guy called himself. So I'm seeing Tony, and he's asked me if I want to fly out to Jamaica for October for a week. Everything on him, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, oh, you've been seeing him for a minute, da-da-da-da. She asked me if I wanted to come. I said, I couldn't come because my birthday was a few days after that. I had a party when she was there, so I couldn't go because I couldn't miss my 21st birthday party. Come on. So yeah, I didn't go. By God's grace, I was blessed. I didn't go on the trip. So now she decided to go with her other friend. Another friend of hers that she knows. I'm not going to say the name of my friend or her friend, because I feel like these days when people tell stories, they like to like out the victims in the story instead of outing the perpetrator. Do you know what I mean? So the perpetrator, called Tony at this point, has invited her and her friend to Jamaica for a week. The week was amazing, she told me. They had so much fun. Like, he paid for everything as he'd promised. Like, the trip was lovely. It was giving like a little cute two-man vacation vibe. The other guy involved who was with her friend turned out to be, I don't know, he was claiming that person was his cousin, but we actually don't know if that was his cousin or not in the end. So yeah, two-man holiday, her and the cousin and Tony and her friend. Right. So now comes the end of the holiday, and you're probably guessing where this is going to go. So the guy's like, oh, I've got 2 sliders or like 2 pairs of shoes or something. Can you guys take some shoes for me back to England for my cousin? And you're probably wondering, okay, like, girl, you should have seen this coming, like, da-da-da, why would he make you carry shoes from Jamaica to England? Like, you know what I mean? It was getting a bit fishy now. But my friend was feeling a bit bad because I can't lie, my friend was stupid and naive. Like, I know she's my friend, I'm willing to say that. She was stupid and she was naive. But she was like, oh, he's paid for the whole holiday for us, this, that, and the third. Like, let me just take the shoes back for him. That's the least I could do after what he's done. And I've known him for like a year. Like, he's like, not like a complete stranger to me. Do you get what I mean? One thing leads to another. And she's getting caught at the customs in Jamaica when she's trying to fly back. And obviously, she's been detained. Why? Because the shoes have cocaine in them. As in, loads of cocaine in them. Like, loads of fucking cocaine in them. So now, it's come to, like, the next day, right? We're thinking, we have her location. As friends, me and my cousin are like, where is our friend? Like, where is she? So we tried to call her. Nothing's going through. Tried to message her. It's all green. Location saying last seen at Jamaica airport. Haven't heard anything back from her. Checked her flight. It's not crashed or anything. So like, where is she? Haven't contacted her for like, I don't know, 24 hours since she was meant to have landed. As a close friend, we were stressed. Like, we were like, has she been kidnapped? Was she trafficked? We didn't even know the guy. We didn't have any contact details of the guy that she went with. Like, we were actually stressing out. Like, trying to stalk the friend that she went with, trying to see if she's posted or anything. No answer. We've now gone to message a family member because luckily she's sent me like a screenshot of her like flight booking or something that had her address on it. So I was like, oh wait, she lives in Leeds. I didn't even know her full address. I can't lie, that's kind of a bad friend of me. But anyway, I've now got my uncle to go to her house because I was like, bro, where is she? Because if she's in the house, why would she be ignoring us? So my uncle's now gone there. Her mum's moving bookie. Like, her mum's saying like, oh, like she's upstairs. I'm thinking like, no, she isn't, because I have her location. Like, where is our friend type thing? Like, what? Anyway, so now, long story short, we found out from her mum that she's been arrested in Jamaica for possession of drugs, whatever. And we're like thinking, what on earth? Like, how the flip has this happened? Long story short, she's been in jail for weeks, no food, nothing. Imagine jail, not even normal jail in Jamaica, bro. Like, it's not a flipping joke. Like, she's there for weeks, as in like minimal food, showering in the rain, as in like the rain is the source of like showering. Imagine being a girl having your period in a cell with multiple people, no privacy, barely any food. At one point they were allowed visitation, and her mum, the friend's mum, not my friend's mum, the other friend she'd gone with, her mum has now come to visit them and given them food and support, whatever. But for the first 2 weeks or whatever, they were actually absolutely alone in themselves, like sleeping in the cold on a concrete floor because of this guy. Like, it's insane. I wouldn't actually want my worst enemy to go through this. Like, no matter what you've done to me, there's nothing that anyone could do to deserve such treatment. And it wasn't even like she knew what she was doing. Like, it wasn't even like they paid her. It wasn't even like, oh, like, we'll give you like a few racks to carry the such and such. Like, it was straight up getting used. Like, it wasn't even like they had anything out of it apart from a little holiday for a week. It's not like, oh, we'll give you like 10 bags if you do. Like, nah, they didn't even get paid for it, which is actually more dark. Like, guys, it's not a joke. So now this has happened. Fast forward a while. I've missed a few details because I actually don't have time to get into it today. But she's now made bail. She's now living in Jamaica. She's still there to this day. Mind you, it's what, November 13th? 2025, and she's been there since mid-October 2024. Like, she's been there for over a year. She's missed Christmas with her family. She's missed her siblings' birthdays. She's missed Mother's Day, her birthday. The list goes on. Easter, summer holidays with her friends. These are the years with our friends that we're not going to get back. She was in uni. Like, she could have graduated by now, but now she's stuck in a different country. She's going to have to start her life all over again when she comes back to the UK. Mind you, the verdict hasn't even been made. They haven't even decided that if they found her guilty or not guilty. It's not a joke. So me and our close friends, we decided, let's do some digging. Let's find out who this guy really is, because things are not adding up. So the perpetrator's name is Uriah Gordon. That's his actual government name. And we found that through like tracking him through social media and stuff. We tried to contact his family because initially it wasn't our intention to bring the situation to social media. But due to the fact that his family are taking the actual piss, saying that he's going through something, there's nothing that he could be going through that is worse than what he's put our friend through. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's actually insane. So now I'm going to insert pictures of him like here in case anyone actually knows him, can help us find him, get this to him so he sees the urgency of what he's done. Like, you can't be living life normally. We've seen him go to his family's baptisms, christenings. He's even tried to get baptized himself. Like, how can you baptize yourself when you've done something to another girl? You've trapped another girl. You've trapped someone's child, someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's friend in a different country, a foreign country. She's not even Jamaican or anything, like a damn near foreign country for your own gain. What are you doing? Like, you're actually insane. Like, if you think you're getting through heaven's gates, that holy water is not going to save you. So this is the face of the perpetrator inserted here, and in the picture high above as well. Obviously, I blocked out his family members' faces because they don't need to be completely getting involved because it's kind of got nothing to do with them. It's just due to their brother, son, whatever, doing a madness on other people, and you're just not going to get away with it. You're not. If we were really those kind of people, this video would have been done a year ago. But we've given you a year to try send her money, try admit what you did, try apologize, you know, take accountability. But you're out here trying to make fundraisers for the hurricane in Jamaica, but you trapped a girl there. You trapped a girl in a, stage 5 hurricane. And you're sat there trying to get baptized, acting like your life is good. Your life isn't good. Like, your karma is coming for you. It's coming for you today. This is the official article that was published by Jamaica media, you know, and you can see the dates and stuff. This was actually a year ago today, and it's actually just insane. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how you sleep at night, genuinely. If you're watching this video, I don't know how you actually sleep at night, but the main basis of this video is to just reflect on the situation, spread awareness about the situation. And some people can obviously argue, how stupid could a girl be? Like, how could you end up in this situation? But when I look back at it, I realised a lot of the guys I've been in, like, talking stages with, I don't actually know their full government name. I haven't seen their passport in my life. I haven't seen their driving licence, a lot of them. And, like, a lot of the time, like, the Instagram name, if it doesn't match up with your real name, you wouldn't even think twice, because a lot of guys don't put their government name as their Instagram handle or social media handle. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't something that I even questioned when she was sending me pictures of the guy, when she was like sending his Instagram to us and stuff. I didn't even question a thing, because I thought, you know, who on earth would flipping do this? Do you know what I mean? Like, she never even had an inkling that he even dealt drugs or anything like that. He was very good at covering up, because he had a good, like, 9 to 5, has a good 9 to 5 that he's still flipping going to day in, day out, while he's letting other girls suffer. But nevertheless, like, it just made me reflect on the situation, and I would hate for this to be anyone's friend, sister, cousin, niece, whatever, like, family member in this situation. Like, if it was your family member in this situation, how would you feel? So yeah, I really hope this video does get to the target audience that's aimed at, and he does do something about it, because, yeah, I can't lie, she's not spending another year in Jamaica. This guy is paying up, and he's paying up as soon as possible. But yeah, Uriah Gordon, you're going to pay for what you've done. You're going to pay for what you've done. You will. That's all I have to say in this video, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and please share this, spread awareness. If you're willing to help my friend, give me a message, and anything that's helpful. But yeah, if you know anything about this guy, his family, or anything to help us, please share it immediately.
So I've just seen the story of how this young girl has been arrested in Jamaica because she and her friend decided to bring back sneakers or shoes.
Please watch the remainder of that video, because it's about my daughter. I've seen some of your hate comments, and I've seen all your support, and I'm so grateful for all those that are supporting us, and they've got the empathy in the heart to understand what it's like to be a mother. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I know what the internet is like, but I brought this to the internet to raise awareness for what's going on. My inbox is full of young girls that are currently in this situation, or that have been in this situation. I've also got older ladies that are crying out to me that this happened to them years ago. We don't need opposition at this time. We need to come together as mothers. We need to support one another in our community. We don't need to be going against each other. We need to be understanding that women are going through this, and they've been through this for years. This keeps happening to our women. I'm aware that my daughter has made some serious mistakes, and I'm aware that she was very selfish, because guess what? I'm feeling it. I'm the one that's had to pick up the pieces, and let me tell you something. I told my daughter that I am so upset with her. I told her that she's been selfish, but I'm not going to leave her. I'm going to make her understand that this is what you do and don't do. When I first got the call from the British Embassy, the first thing I wanted to do was disown my child, because I'd spoken to her. And for the first few days, I was very, very angry. I was so angry, I said, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. I talked to you. I spoke to you. I warned you. I am not helping you. But as a mother, I've got empathy in my heart. And I've made mistakes. And I understand that sometimes people need a bit of mercy. And at that time, it wasn't for me to leave my daughter in that situation. It was for me to be understanding. As I said in the last video, my father's Jamaican. So we're all very aware of the saying, those that can't hear must feel. Trust me, she's feeling it. Trust me, we're all feeling it. So I understand that you keep saying that in the comments. She's feeling it. I'm feeling it. We're all feeling it. But what do we do after this? We're supposed to come together and help each other as a community. We're not supposed to be divisive. We're not supposed to be getting at each other. We're supposed to come together and understand that mothers sometimes go through things, and daughters make mistakes. There's definitely more to this story, but this is an ongoing court case, so I can't bring everything to the internet yet. There's definitely more to this story, but guess what? Part 2.
Hey, what to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back lit live. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. Hey man, listen. Now check this out. Now y'all just gotta understand, man. Young kids, we do a lot of dumb stuff. Sometimes our parents can't bail us out, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. And this is a true story. And it just goes to show that it doesn't matter like how good you think your kid is. Your kid could still be doing some dumb shit. Your kid's still gonna do some dumb shit. It don't matter what it is. You know what I mean? So, so before I tell y'all the story, I'm gonna just tell y'all about this lady. This lady and her daughter. Her daughter messed up. Her daughter honestly messed up. Like she probably didn't know, but she knew. Or she probably didn't know, which would be dumb because why would you not know? Like, you gonna ask me to take some shoes back to England from Jamaica? It's from Jamaica? Really? Nigga, Jamaica? You get out of here. Okay? Get out of here. You trying to tell me to take some shoes back from Jamaica to England? Okay. What these shoes made out of? Hemp? Nope, they was made out of cocaine. But anyway, the thing is, there's no shoes that worth that much that you need to send back with me. Just ship them back. You know what? I left a pair of shoes with somebody because I was like, hey, I need you to send this to me because I need it. And they was like, cool. And needless to say, they shipped it to me. It cost $19. I knew how much it cost because I've shipped shoes before. I was like, $19 overnight. Overnight, $19. Boom, bam, bam. And the fact that, it probably costs more sending it from Jamaica. But I'd be like, if you need the shoes that bad, let's just send them through the post mail. But you're not finna put them in my luggage. Not that I was shipping drugs and alcohol, narcotics. My bag was full, and I bought too many shoes while I was on vacation. Or I bought too much stuff, and my shoes was like the last. I was like, nah, this is taking up too much space. So let me just ship these back because I know these got a box already. I could put them in a box and ship them. They're gonna cost $19. That is a fact. But so she didn't know. So she was being ignorant, and because of her ignorance, and then the mama told her. So because the mom told her, you going out here. You know how these people are. You know how the mama know how these people are. But kids are stupid, man. You know what these kids think? The kids think that we was born yesterday. They think we don't. Oh, it's not like that. We don't talk about sex on our phones. We're not. What these kids be? These kids be lying to their damn self. They be acting like we don't know what the hell they be doing, man. Man, we did the most. What you talking about? We did the most without phones. Y'all got phones. You think I'ma believe anything you saying? Shit. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So then, anyway, true story. Man, we used to hit the highway back in the day. We used to hit the highway. And we used to go to California, back and forth, Arizona, back and forth, picking up stuff, being reckless, right? And reason why we do it, we'll get paid for it. We'll make a little money. We'll get a little bit. Put a little money in our pockets. One thing I drove somebody's car out there, and we had a good hiding spot, and we hid something in the car, in the vehicle, and we was all good driving the speed limit the whole way. Still got pulled over. Got pulled over once in New Mexico. Man, crossed over into Texas, got pulled over again. Got pulled over in Texas and got searched for 2 hours, bro. 2 hours. Bro, they didn't find nothing in 2 hours. Let me tell you, I was sweating bullets. It was like 3 degrees outside, snowing, and I was sweating. And they had me in the front seat of the police car. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, man, this dude been searching our car for 2 hours, bruh. Tell him to just let me go. Like, bro, he tripping. He done tore up everything. Pulled all our clothes out. Pulled everything out. He didn't find nothing. So he was mad. And so I was like, bro, you just tore up my car. At that point, now I'm like, I'm cussing him out. But I'm like, thank you for finally deciding that we ain't got nothing. You filthy animal or whatever. I said a lot more than filthy animal, but I left. But I was like, damn. At the same time, though, boy, I was sweating. Because he was talking about, well, we could wait and get the dogs here. I said, the dogs for what, big dog? You been searching the car for like 2 hours. Like, you didn't pull out, like, he done pulled out the speaker, everything. Like, he did all type of shit. He did shit he wasn't even supposed to do. Broke the speakers. Mind you, the girl car who I was driving, I had to replace speakers, everything. It was crazy. I was like, man, this dude just demolished the car. So when I got back, I snitched. I said, officer, this and this, badge number this. He destroyed our car. I took pictures, everything. I sent pictures. I said, no, I want to place a formal complaint on this officer for having us in the snow for 2 hours searching our car, and look how he destroyed the car for 2 hours. Didn't find nothing. I need the police report. Man, I got the police report. I got the stop information. I got everything. And I'm talking about we talking to lieutenants, everything. I'm like, knowing I was guilty as hell, but they couldn't find nothing. But I was guilty as hell. But the fact that he didn't find nothing, I said, I'm gonna make his ass pay. So I was on his ass. So eventually, nothing really came out of it. They was just like, well, he's just doing his job. I don't give a damn what his job was. He had us standing out in the cold, first of all, for an hour until another car showed up. Another car showed up and let us sit in the car. Because once the other car showed up, we was able to sit in the car and warm up. Before, we was just sitting outside. Mainly, he was just waiting on us to run. He wanted us to run so he could shoot us. That's what he wanted us to do. And we found that out like later, because I was talking to another cop on the phone, and he was like, yeah, they sit you out there so you can run. Once you run, they know you're guilty and they can shoot you. I was like, God damn. Where was I gonna go? It was like 2:00 in the morning. I was like, man, I don't know where I'm at. But anyway. But I had another friend. He wasn't so lucky. He was driving from I think he was driving from California too. But he got stopped in who knows where, Arizona. When he got stopped, the jail that he went to only had 10 people in it the whole time he was there. 10 people in the jail the whole time he was there. He was there for like 6 months. But so at the time when he got pulled over, he had a lot of theas, like, you know, do the thizzle dance. And he had a lot of them. Well, he got caught with all of them. Him, and it was another guy. I think it was either his friend or his sister's boyfriend or something like that. But anyway, the sister's boyfriend was either falling asleep on the road or speeding or something. But anyway, they got pulled over, and he was black. So it was a black guy and a white guy. Oh man, that's where you messed up. Black guy and a white guy. So immediately searched. Found everything. But see, one thing they didn't have was they didn't have no Mexicans. See, when you got some Mexicans, they put your stuff together. So I don't know if statute of limitations is up, so I can't tell you all the secrets. But one day I could tell you the secrets. One day I'll tell you the secrets of how to get away with everything. Well, you probably won't get away with it, but for sure, you know, got away with it. And you know what's crazy is the whole time I was sitting in a police car and that police kept touching it. Every time he touched it, I'd just be like, we going to jail. We going to jail. Like, this dude popped the door off. This dude did everything. And I just knew that I knew we was going to jail. I was like, man, he gonna basically tear the whole car up to he gonna tear the whole car up, but he didn't. He tore most of it up. He told, man, hey, the girl was so mad about that car. I ended up having to pay like $300 or $400. Well, I didn't pay it. My friend paid it. To get all those pieces fixed. My friend paid for the stereo or the speakers to get replaced. Cause that cop tore it all up. He tore it all up. And guess what? The Texas Sheriff Department, they was taking no accountability. No accountability. They was like, well, it just is what it is. So he was just doing his job. I was like, fuck his job. He was a terror. I was like, guess what? We had shit anyway. That's why he terrible. That's why y'all need to fire him. Cause we had it and he didn't find it. So he did all that for nothing. So guess what? Anyway. Everyday people, man, I'm out for the night. I'm finna go enjoy myself, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1